What's the wave? What's the word? What's the haps? Who the fuck else is it gonna be but Yo's a LARPer? Today, boys, we're gonna LARP a pretty good day. Let me tell you something, fellas. I had probably one of the best days of my life. Fuck it. This is easily top 3 right now of the year, because, oh my god. I've just been up on, got the world on a fucking string. I've been on top of the world, sitting on a goddamn rainbow, alright? I'm just saying, I don't know what it is in the air, but I just had a good fucking day. Alright. Now, I know yesterday I didn't record. I don't think it fucking matters if I make this daily or not. Like I said, I'm just trying to make, the habit appear. I'm not trying to make this kind of thing, a daily thing. Definitely not. I feel like I'd easily just get bored of it. Eventually, I just get discouraged. Like I said, I'm looking at my views here. It's just me. It's just me. Me and my lonesome. But time will come. Will eventually, something will click. 2 and 2. I don't know. Who gives a shit? And, I was going to say, we barely, rarely, if ever, want to stay the same. I mean, as a species, we just have to keep optimizing. I just think that that's just what we do. As humans, as Homo sapiens, everybody tries to improve for better. Even in the little things we do, all right? We always try to aim for balance. We always try to do something that isn't the fucking same thing over and over again. Otherwise, why would we evolve? I don't even think that's a human thing. I just think that's just maybe all living organisms aim for a change. We try to adapt, we try to change, all right? That's as much as my biology exists for now. That and mitochondria being the powerhouse of the cell and whatnot. I don't know, go fuck yourself. But today, I had a good day. Jesus. Yesterday, we went to see the Knicks parade. Didn't see jack shit, I'll tell you that. It got so fucking crowded, it was up the ass. We barely got to move up. We was barely moving forward. The only reason we saw anything was because a bunch of assholes up front decided to leave. I apologize, it's my roommates. Just kidding, it's my family. I live with my family, and in this economy, you better. I'm not ashamed at all. Point is, I couldn't see a goddamn thing. We were up ass to dick over there. People's rubbing up on my ass. Fucking A. People's ass was rubbing up on me. I hated it. I didn't like it. I tried to be as small as I could, but I'm a big fucking guy. I just tried to make the most out of New York. We went around the city. You know what I'm saying? On the subway. Saw a bunch of kids and LARPers up on top of the garbage truck. Knicks in 5. Fucks the Spurs. I don't know. I feel like there's a different kind of aura when you're there in the moment when the Knicks won. Otherwise, the parade, I feel like you're forcing it. You're forcing it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just me. They might fucking find out who I am and string me up on a lamppost for that. I think you're well in your rights to continue the chaos. Hell, the Knicks haven't won for a week. They haven't been the champions for a week. So you know what? I don't. Who the fuck am I? Who am I? Huh? Point being, though, ladies and gentlemen, I had quite a good day. New York, we had this Italian restaurant. I had this carbonara. Oh my god, that shit. I've been fighting the urge to just take a fucking nap. I'm telling you, on the ride back home, on the train back home, if it weren't for my buddy, my best friend, I wouldn't have made it. I would have taken a fucking nap on the train. I would have missed my train, station, whatever. On the ride back home, off of the train, in my car, I almost fucking fell asleep on the wheel. Let me tell you something. The moment I got home, it was around 4 p.m. I didn't fucking wake up till 9 a.m. this morning. I woke up just feeling like a brand new fucking person. Like I got rebirthed. You know what I mean? And I woke up brand new. Fucking A. 17 goddamn hours of sleep, ladies and gentlemen. So that's why I didn't record last night. Typically, I would have done it. Not like it fucking matters. But the point is, I woke up just feeling good. I says to myself, whatever I'm going to do today, I'm going to do it good. Because I am running on 17 hours of slumber, of respite, of rest. Hey, man, it's going to be a long time before I get something like this. The last time I ever slept that much, I had food poisoning in the beginning of the year. I mean, I'm talking I slept 24 hours, just about, man. My body just needed me to reposition itself. But thank God I made it. I survived. Jesus Christ. All thanks to you. And look at that. Another day on this planet where I get 17 hours of sleep. We don't get that a lot. I'll tell you that. It's probably once in a blue moon, and it's going to be even less in the future. But let me tell you something. 17 hours of sleep, forget about it. It's the best fucking sleep I've ever had. I mean, just thinking about it, it just brings a smile on my face, you know. It also brings me a frown because I know I'm never going to have it again. It's like the opposite of that fucking Dr. Seuss quote. You know what I'm saying? The guy who made Cat in the Hat. Fucking guy said, what did he say? He said, what did that guy say? He said, you know, don't be sad that it's over. Be happy that it happened. No, I'm sad that it's over, and I'm sad that there's a very low, slim likelihood that I'm ever going to get that kind of sleep again. I don't want to sleep ever again. Jesus, I had such a good fucking nap. It wasn't really a nap, man. 17-hour nap, Jesus, that's just sleep. Christ, that's a coma damn near. But, yeah, whatever. Neither here nor there. Like I said, I just used the momentum off of that and had a good-ass day. Had myself a haircut. It's a brand new style I'm not used to, but I'm trying to do this thing where I'm trying to have an adventure every day of the year. That was my New Year's resolution. Not like it fucking matters, but, you know, that was my New Year's resolution. My New Year's resolution was to have an adventure every single fucking day. Look at me go. I'm trying my hardest here. You know, this was a pretty good month for adventures. Going to New York. I was supposed to go to New York again today, but I don't think I'd be back still. I don't know, what is it, 11:05 right now? I don't think I'd be back. Yet. I'd probably be back at 2. And I'm glad that I didn't do that. My buddy, it's his birthday. He's turning 23. He also graduated, so he decided let's mix both in one. My buddy's a nice guy, but I haven't spoken to this guy much. You know, he's one of those kinds of friends. But, you know, he was kind enough to lend me an invitation type shit. But, you know, I also don't know anybody there, and there's alcohol involved. You know, my stance on alcohol and all that, it's a social thing, you know? Any kind of vice I do, cigarettes, and I guess alcohol, I don't want to do alone, okay? So that's the only time I'd ever indulge. So my, I guess, proportion, frequency, whatever, that entirely solely depends on, how often I see somebody. You know what I mean? I don't ever want to drink alone. And if I can, I'll say no. But you know what? I'm not going to be the asshole that holds everybody down because I'm not the one drinking. You know what I mean? I'll drink with my childhood friends. And, you know, I mean, if I feel like it, I'll drink with the family. But I'm not even going to do that, really. I don't really drink. It's not my thing. So, you know, drinking with strangers, needless to say, not going to be my thing. You know what I mean? You know, I'm a bodybuilder. It's what I am. Okay, I believe that if you drink alcohol, it weakens your muscles. You know, there's science around it, not research that I'd give a shit. I just personally believe that it's not something I want to do. I already have a fucked up belly gut as is because I'm a fat piece of shit. So adding beer, whiskey, etc., what have you, to the mix, not good. And I'm known to indulge. You know, you get me a little tipsy, you get me a little boozed up. Next thing you know, I gotta have a drunk cigarette. I'm sorry, it's just what I do. And it's good that I can avoid it. I can say no, but if you throw me in the fucking, what's it called? You know, if you cook the pressure on, I'm sorry. You know, I'll probably fucking fall into the temptation. So, if I can say no, I'll say no. And I guess that's me today. You know, I woke up this morning and I said, I feel good, but I just don't feel like going to New York. First thing I did when I woke up was like, shit, how much did I fucking spend on the New York trip? I checked out my fucking prices. I did a little bit of budgeting. I'm trying to stick to this nice little budget. A budget, after all, is what they say. It's a diet for your wallet, right? So I'm trying to do this budget. And let's see. The New York trip was $618. Yeah, I think I spent... Christ, I can't do the math right now. Oh, okay, so what ended up happening is I spent $53, but I owe my buddy $40. So that's $93.37 just in one day. All right, maybe to you guys, you know, if anything, you know, a trip to New York, you only spend $100. I don't know, you had a pretty fucking cheap date. But no, I mean, Jesus, of course it could have been worse. But you know, today I had a haircut that was $40, $47, and on top of that, you know. If I was to go out, that would have been $50 cash. So that's another $100, $200, and you know, $100 spent twice in a row. That would have killed me. I still have more than enough for lunch later this week. I still got to pay for gas. I'm trying to see if I can afford some gym equipment, and by gym equipment, I mean the supplements like the pre-workout. I think I'm all right on creatine, and of course, I probably also have to purchase some You know, it's been a long time coming. I'm trying to purchase a gym belt as well. It'd be nice if I could afford a new jogger pants, since my other one ripped. You know what I'm saying? This is the kind of thing that I'm talking about. You have to be very conscious about your money. I'm sure I could make that a video in and of itself. I don't know. It's not necessarily something I really feel like preaching about, but you got to be smart with your money. You can't be a dipshit, all right? Doesn't matter if you're being paid, minimum wage. I'm not saying you have to invest, although I'd recommend you do, but you're going to invest no matter what you do with your money. You know, even if you don't fucking invest it in the sense of making a stock portfolio or whatnot, you're still making money. You're putting it to a good cause, be it your body, be it your diet, you know what I'm saying? Be it, I don't fucking know, your car, I don't know. You know, when you're saving the money, you're investing in it, even if it's not making passive money on the side. Me, I just started making a high yield savings account. You know what I mean? So we're trying to make money moves. Is what I'm trying to do. Some asshole at the gym today. He comes up to me. He says, "Hey, do you gamble?" And I says to him, "No, I like my money." And he says, "Man, I'm so fucking far in up to it." You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's up his ass. You know, it's the World Cup right now. The Knicks just fucking won. So, I mean, I'm sure he's coming off that high. Every kid I know, every asshole younger than me is going on about this, Kelsey this, FanDuel's that. Motto. I had a little dance with gambling before. I could see why it's addicting, but just the thought of if I'm telling you guys are listening to me bitch about the possibility of spending $200 in 2 days. How the fuck would you ever get me to spend $100 in one on gambling of all things? You couldn't. You just couldn't do it. You'd be out of your goddamn mind. I wouldn't do it. I just would never. The concept to me, it perplexes me. I can't even bring myself to think about fucking spending dog shit money on a chance of losing it all to the wind. And that's what ends up happening, you know? You end up pissing that shit away. So I says to them, no, I love my money. I'm not going to do it. So anyways, let's talk about the gym, because that was my highlight of the day. All right. Now, I tell you, fellas, I go to 2 different gyms. I go to Crunch. I go to Planet Fitness. And Planet Fitness is a great gym. It's actually where I started. And I woke up this morning. I says to myself, you know what? I haven't seen my buddies at the gym in a long time. I got to go see if I got to go hang out with them. Excuse me. You know, I hit up my friend. I says to her, is you working today? She says, yep. I says, I don't know. Should I go over there? She says, I'll see you later. So I says, all right, I guess it's already made up. I'm going to go over there. I go over there. Maron. I just probably had one of the best fucking workouts of my life. And it's got nothing to do with the pump. This was all an entirely victorious, symbolic kind of workout, man. I mean, Planet Fitness to many competitive workouters, or gym people, body lifters, Christ, I said it, all 3 fucking combinations of those words are wrong. But yes, bodybuilders and competitive heavy lifters and all that. Bodybuilders, heavy lifters, Jesus Christ. You know, all those guys, you guys would spit on Planet Fitness. But to me, Planet Fitness is like Little Caesars. It's a cheap gym. It's a bullshit gym. It's a commercial gym. You'll see assholes. But just like Little Caesars was there with its $5 giveaway box, so too was fucking Planet Fitness for me. I mean, I was a fat piece of shit back in 2020. You know, COVID is when I learned that I was, what you eat matters, right? Nobody's fucking moving. I have a little bit of a dance, and I get even fatter. And by dance, I mean a girlfriend, you know what I mean? That dame, all she wanted to do was eat. Never got time to go to the gym because of school. Next thing you know, I look in the fucking mirror, I look pregnant. I look like a fat piece of shit. I hate what I'm looking at in the mirror. And I used that hatred, man. I used that hatred, the pain of the breakup. I used it all. And I pushed myself in Planet Fitness of all gyms. And I'm surprised at the shit I could do. A year and a half later, I'm doing some bullshit weight. Every day I get compliments of people saying, you look strong. You're a strong guy. You look great. You have an amazing physique. And I don't let that shit get to my head. I mean, obviously, life is learning. Ego gets to you. You get injured. But I picked it up. I says to myself, I don't ever want to be an asshole as egotistical. I want everything I do to be good for God. At least in the gym. I fuck up everywhere else, but the gym, every pound I lift, every ounce I lift, it's because Christ allowed me to. And I get stronger, you know what I mean? I figure something out. My body, for some reason, God says my body is great for bodybuilding, for powerlifting, too. I don't do much in cardio. That's a different story. You can rat on me all you want. Not like you fucking will. No one's listening. My point is I'm doing these lifts, and Jesus, I do everything crazy. I do about 550-pound squat, hack squat. I don't do the normal squat, I'm afraid to. I do that. Then I do, you know, on the bench press, I'm doing 225. This is my normal weight. And then today, for the longest time, I was stuck. It was a plateau, and I'm stuck on this plateau for a long time. 200, and I think 55 was all I could do. Hell, I was happy when I could do 255 for one. I could barely do 255 last year in August of 2025. I could barely lift it off the fucking crate. Next thing you know, it's January, March, April, I'd say. I'm doing 255 for 6. I'm, dancing home with that. And I get stuck on this for the longest time. And then today, it says, I've been going to crunch for the longest time. Surely something's changed. I get on the bench, I do my shit. 300 pounds. Well, 295 to be honest. But it was 3 plates. I didn't think I could ever get to 3 plates. The only 3 people who was doing 3 plates bench press was really big guys. Like really big fucking guys. And I guess I'm a big fucking guy too. Look at me go. 295 for 3. 17-hour nap will do that to you. You know what I mean? Can of Celsius will do that to you. I'm sure I carb maxed. I mean, I had a carbonara, pasta bowl the night before. I didn't even have dinner. But I had a good day. And I realized every machine is like that. Every single machine I did in that gym, I'm stronger. Maybe for today. Maybe tomorrow, I go there, life humbles me, right? But I'm thinking crunch, because it's an actual, I guess it's better than Planet Fitness anyway. I don't want to say it's an actual gym because, I don't know if it is. I feel like an actual gym is probably like Gold's Gym or some shit like that. It's still commercial, but it's a step up above Planet Fitness. And I'm doing moves that I never thought I could. 295. 295, guys. Jesus Christ. I mean, it's probably not a lot to you guys, but to me, that's everything. I'm on top of the world, And every machine was like that. I'm doing fucking bullshit. I just feel stronger these days. I don't know. Maybe something's kicked in. Maybe I've been training myself right. I don't know. But the next thing you know, I go to crunch. Feel like a small minnow over there. Then I come back to my pond. And I'm a fucking great white shark. You know what I mean? I don't know. I mean, it's just the kind of thing. I had my hair cut. It was great. Go to the gym. I fuck it up. I think it was less that, too. I think mentally, I just was in a good mood. Nothing to worry about. Felt like a fucking free day. And I guess it was, To be honest, it is a free day. I mean, I don't have work today. And also, it's Juneteenth. So, I mean, it's the holidays. So, you know what I mean? And I go and I work out, man. It was great. I didn't feel much of a pump, I'm going to be honest with you. But I felt good, I had a good day, fellas. And I don't necessarily have a lot of those. I'm sorry I keep saying the same fucking thing. I'm just trying to think about what my next step is. Just mentally, it was good. I didn't think anything depressing. Normally when I go to the gym, I think something depressing. And I'm not trying to, you see, that's the thing about gym culture, you know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but like specific gym culture of this day, it's all about being cuffed for some fucking reason. You know what I mean? It's all about having your girlfriend be stolen by some guy. So you gotta hit the gym. And I guess that's true, right? Sure, whatever. But at the same time, it's just like, Why is that the main focus? I would think that the gym is somewhere where, you just get stronger. You can't do anything more like I guess cliche. Like you get jumped by like 10 guys, so you go to the gym to get stronger. You know what I mean? Some shit like that. I don't know. Me, I just, I'm kind of a fucking hypocrite for saying that because I mean, my gym journey started on like kind of a negative start. I just hated what I saw in the mirror, and I hated me. I hated losing my girlfriend and having to break that off because it wasn't a good, healthy relationship. So I went to the gym. I was just angry at the world. I was angry at myself for letting myself be this fat. So, I really changed myself. And you know what I mean. I like what I'm looking at in the mirror. I'm looking at myself in the mirror right now. I'm not skinny. That was my goal. My goal was to look like something like Bruce Lee. You know what I mean? I wanted to really lean out. Like I'm talking rib cages type shit. But nah, I mean, me, I look like a fucking wrestler. You know what I mean? A lot of people think I wrestle because I guess I probably have that kind of stock. But I don't know. I could have hurt a fly, fellas. Real talk. I mean, I look good. I mean, maybe it's because I got the new haircut. But I mean, I just look healthier. You know what I mean? Compare me to before I was at the gym 2 years ago. Man, I was a fat fuck and I was drinking too. I just didn't care what I ate. Now, I still don't care what I eat, but you know what? It's because I'm going to the gym. It's going to burn right off. And that's what it's all about. Body positivity. You know what I mean? I think going to the gym and hating yourself because you lost your girl or whatever, it's probably not good. It's probably not good for you, man. And I think I see a lot of folks, a lot of young guys, young men. And they have this sort of mentality going to the gym. They think that these muscles that they grow is everything. It's impressive that they can lift for their age. Not everybody can lift. But it's an impressive thing when a kid does it. A high school kid. And that's why it breaks my heart when I see these assholes use peptides or steroids. Because they fall into the trap. Some asshole told them they could. And they take it. And these kids, I don't know if they know what they're walking into. And I'm sure, every asshole would be like, you don't do your research, Gyoza. You don't do your research. You really are a LARPer. But, all right, well, I guess we'll just see. I'm doing it all natural. Fuck you. I'm doing it all natural. I don't give a shit. Maybe I'll be weaker for the rest of my life because of it. I don't know. But it's, I guess, a testimony, ain't it? I hit 3 plates. I didn't put a drug in my body. I still hit 3 plates. Them kids, yeah, I guess it's fantastic that, maybe they'll do the same thing. And, at 19, they'll do 3 plates. But, no. And I don't know when I'm going to stop doing this gym shit, really. It'll probably be a thing for the rest of my life. I mean, the question is, when do I cut? Take my organs seriously and not my muscles. Because that's going to have to happen. Eventually, you're going to have to put down the weights and the reality will hit. And I like to think that God has a plan for me where it's actually pretty agreeable that I have to put the weights down. My goal in the gym, I don't even know. There's a number goal, sure. I'd love to hit 4 plates before I die. 4 plates and everything. Everything I do. 4-plate deadlift, 4-plate bench press, 4-plate squat. We got the hack squat, so there's that. But, yeah. I mean, I'm 23. I still got 7 more years. Let's say 6 more years before I'm 30. Hell, who knows? Maybe I could do it in my 30s, too. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. But I did a lot of good shit for my first year in the gym. So, let's see. But that's not necessarily my concern. I guess that's the numerical goal that you could attribute to, I guess, this kind of fitness journey. But maybe my goal is to just fucking figure it out. You know what I mean? When I started this gym shit, I really just wanted to say, my goal really was to just look in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm not disgusted at what I see. And I got that, and then some. Jesus, I think I am the most handsome asshole in the world. Fuck what they talking about. No one else can stop me from thinking that. I think I look good. Yeah, I'm short. 5 foot, what, 6? It ain't the most popular ass shit to be this kind of short. But you know what? Maybe that is why I'm so fucking strong. It's because I'm short, you know? I'm more grounded. And that's okay. You can't win them all. You know what I mean? 5'6" guys, they gotta have something. They gotta have strength, if anything. But you know what? I'm practically a fucking midget. It's okay. Good things come in small packages. That's what my coworker said. So, I don't know if she was flirting with me with that one or not. I doubt she is. She has a family. What the fuck am I talking about? Ugh, Jesus. Point being, though, I got it pretty good. You know what I mean? I got it really good. But normally, like, I have such a bad mentality when I'm in the gym. And I really don't like that. I'm trying to get my mental better. Seriously. And little things are doing that. Looking at life and just going, my life isn't bad. I got so much to be grateful for. And I do. I seriously do. I mean, Christ. I mean, today already. I mean, it just comes chock full of it. Did a lot of good stuff today. Got a good haircut. I got money to afford a haircut. I got money to afford, the gas in my car. I got a car, goddammit. You know, I'm sitting here. I'm doing this. I got the privilege to have the internet connection that I don't necessarily have to pay for. You know what I mean? I have a great, beautiful mind. I have a great, beautiful body. What else more do I need to ask for? I'm blessed. I was able to go to New York, and I made it out alive, for Christ's sake. The team I wanted to win won. You know what I mean? I'm a fucking millionaire. You know, Elon Musk is the world's first trillionaire. Fuck that. I'm a quintillionaire. I don't even... There's no money value that they could put on me. I'm happy, goddammit. I got everything I need. And... you know, having that kind of mindset has just made my life improve. I mean, there's so much shit that I could complain about. Sure, I mean, we're not perfect. We're not a trillionaire. You know what I mean? But I'm happy. I'm happy with what I got. That being said, you know, today was just like the first time I genuinely was just... I mean, I've had better days. You know what I mean? I've had good days where I've been like, yeah, I'm happy. But like consistently throughout, like from waking up till now, like I haven't had... this much gratuity. I haven't been this happy in a long time. I feel like life's good right now. I don't have a girlfriend, sure, but for the first time, that kind of loneliness, it hasn't been haunting me. You know what I mean? It's been actually pretty good. I mean, right now, when I was at the gym, normally I always have this little panic attack. Oh my God, I'm going to be alone for the rest of my life. That girl that I was kind of eyeing out, she actually had a boyfriend the whole time. Christ, when am I going to get mine? What the fuck do I have to do to get ready? I was speaking to my buddy today, and he's been in his relationship with this girl since we was in high school, 5 years. And this guy, I says to him, why you ain't married her yet? You know, as a joke. But he says, I can't provide for her. She's a manager in this little startup company in New York, or the city, one of the cities, and, you know, I'm just trying to get my life together. And, you know, this guy's by no means a bum. But, I mean, this guy's doing way better than me, career-wise. You know, comparisons to Thief of Joy and all that. So I'm thinking to myself, Jesus, what do I got to do? Actually, you know, just kind of just stop there. Like, Christ, what am I got to do? What do I have to do? This guy says he's going to get his master's and he's going to become this big suit in this big company after he gets his internship done. Me, I just started the internship. You know, I finish it through, get some experience, go to the next big thing. And then what? Find the girl? I just says to myself, fuck all that. I just did 300 pounds today. I just did 300 pounds bench press. No one can take that away from me. There's a girl in the gym, and she's gorgeous. I say that about every girl I'm infatuated about, but, you know, I haven't really had a crush since April, I'm gonna be honest with you. And this girl is older than me by a lot, but I don't know what it is I find in this girl. She's just attractive, and I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Don't get me started. I'm not gonna talk to her. I just don't want her, because I know I'm not ready and all that. Sure, you know, but at the same time, it's just I know she would never be into me. And it's not one of those things that's gonna haunt me if I never speak to her. Seriously. I mean, I didn't see her for the first time since maybe like a month ago, and I see her again. I get the butterflies in my stomach. I says, shit, I'm gonna keep looking at her like a dumbass, and that I did. Maybe she looked at me a couple times, but maybe she was just looking at the sun. I don't fucking know. I see her, and I'm not that nervous anymore. I turn around, I keep doing my workout, cause I did 300 fucking pounds today. And I'm gonna say 300 because my buddy said that the bar that they put on that Smith machine is actually 5 pounds heavier than it is. It's actually 30 pounds, not 25. So fuck you. It's 300 pounds. I did 295 for 3. I'm gonna say 300 pounds. Fuck you. Point is, I don't know. It's not that I'm anti-relationship or anything like that. Yeah, I'm annoyed with all the games that these ladies tend to play these days. And come on, I'm not a dipshit. I know for a fact she has a man. She was constantly texting on her phone. That's how I know that. A girl's texting on the phone, it means she has somebody she's talking to. All these girls these days have somebody in their DMs. It's not a stupid thing to assume. But yeah. I don't know. Just turned it off. Kept doing my workout. Just riding off that high, and I just think to myself, Jesus, this most pretty lady could come through this planet right now. She could kick my door down and give me a nice red smooch on the lips, and that dame wouldn't really change anything for me. I tend to be a very grumpy guy. I don't know. Life could be better, and I guess I expect too much from it. So I get angry. I get all I get in a twist. But really, life isn't that bad. Being single's not that bad. I mean, I can do straight bullshit for a long time. But, yeah. Anyways, fellas, I gotta go. You guys have a good one, okay? Just fucking take it easy. Just look on the sunny side of life, you know what I mean? Fuck it. Forget about it. You guys take it easy.